If they ain't got it, I'ma mask up and take it. 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 Mask up and take it.
What's going on, guys? AJ Good here in Columbus, Ohio. We're getting ready for Rock on the Range, and I am joined by none other than Corey Taylor himself. How's it going?
It's going good, man. You know, just gearing up. We're here for the very first Stone Sour show of the tour, man. So
For the Hydrograd album.
Yeah, it's getting weird.
So, basically, the basis behind this entire meetup was to talk collections from one avid collector of one thing to another avid collector of whatever it is you collect. So,
yeah,
for anybody,
all the things I collect. Yeah.
For anybody that doesn't know, what is it that you collect?
I collect a lot of stuff. I collect a lot of movies, which is not so much anymore, just for the fact that I carry a lot of streaming services and whatnot, so I kind of do that. But there's still like certain ones that I still buy, like hard copies. Mm-hmm. But the main thing that I collect is action figures. I collect a lot of almost too many action figures. I have over 45 boxes.
There's never too many.
And you would think until you ask other people how many is too many, and then they put a certain number on it. Like, wait, no, that wasn't the answer I was looking for here.
Well, let's go into that then.
Okay.
What type of action figures do you collect?
Oh, I collect anything Marvel, really. I've gone back and I've started collecting a lot of the stuff that I wanted to have when I was a kid. So I'm doing a lot of 70s Mego stuff right now, kind of filling that in. I've got a lot of like older Kenner stuff. I've got, I used to have an original Alien figure from '79, was the first movie. Mm-hmm. Was I want to say it was like a 9-inch, and it came with a poster and like this whole thing, and then somebody stole it. A lot of my collection got ripped off and sold by a friend.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Oh shit, an ex-friend. Yeah. So I'm re-buying stuff, man. Like he sold my my Mego Kiss figures. I had 2 sets, original, one that was from America and one that was in French Canadian. Like, I was pissed, dude. So yeah, so I'm looking for a lot of the stuff like from when I was growing up.
Is he like an avid eBayer?
No, I mean, I'll pick stuff up if I get frustrated and if I'm cruising around, and I'll buy stuff. Like, that's how I filled in a lot of my Secret Wars collection, was because there were several that were only available in Mexico, like the Iceman, Electro, a couple of the different figures like that you just couldn't find anywhere, like everywhere I looked. And then and if you did find them, they were so uber expensive, it was ridiculous.
People get them and lock them away.
Exactly. So I went on eBay and I found a few of those, but for the most part, man, the search is what does it for me. Especially the newer stuff. Like, yeah, man, I can't remember the name of the country or the company, but there's a company that makes statues of Boba Fett dressed as Evel Knievel.
Yeah.
And I have like 3 of those.
That's awesome.
And they're all different. So I have the original and 2 variants, one of which glows in the dark, which is fucking bad.
That's sick, yeah.
So I'm that guy. Like I just kind of, I love the hunt. I love digging through. I used to go on campaigns when I was like, even before we were signed, I would take half my check, I'd pay my bills, and then I'd go out looking for fucking action. I'd dig through mom and pop shops, like 2 hours off the beaten path, like just like all these old school like comic shops and stuff, and I just rip them to shreds.
Definitely feel that.
Yeah,
the thrill
right?
of the hunt is it.
Oh yeah,
sure.
the dirt malls,
So how long, I guess, would you say that you've been a collector?
Oh man, I mean, obviously I started collecting comics when I was super young, so I was probably about 14 when I started really collecting comics, and then action figures kind of came after that, especially when I started working, worked 2 or 3 jobs. And you get a little extra cash and you fucking go for it, So so probably right around 18, I've been, that's how long. So it's probably been about 25 years.
I feel like there's always a point when you're like, okay, I'm serious about this now.
Yeah, that was pretty much immediately. It was like, yeah, because I don't do anything half-assed, Like I always, like, if I'm into it, I go fucking super overboard.
Absolutely.
Which annoys some people, but I mean, for me, it's...
You have something that you want?
Exactly, man. If you can't be passionate about something, fucking go back to bed and take a nap and figure it out.
I feel like I know the answer to this one, but I'm going to ask anyways. Quality or quantity?
Ooh, it's got to be a little bit of both, you know. Like I'm not trying to. I don't go on like you talked about eBay. I don't go on and buy like the gross. You know, it's like this is lot number 75 of 200 loose fucking figures, and it's like no. So it's got to be quality. It's got to be in the package. But if the package is fucked up, I won't buy it. You know.
Right.
Now, having said that, this is also the dude who has 45 boxes full of fucking action figures. So quantity does go a long way, and I was reconfiguring my hoard. Is the only real way I can put it. And I was scanning them into my app. I have an action figure collector's app, and I realized very quickly that I guess it doesn't really matter if I have it or not. I'll buy it if I want to fucking win, because I found like there's like handfuls that I have like 2 or 3 of.
Dude, doubles never hurt.
They're never fucking variants either. I'm just like, God damn it, I'm an idiot. But that's one of the reasons why I have the app now. So it's like if I see something in a store, I'm like, I wonder if I get. Oh fuck, I've got 4 of those. All right, never mind. I won't buy them.
Right.
You know.
Is there any cool shops that you have to visit when you tour?
Oh man.
Anyway.
God. Well, I mean, Amoeba in LA is that's like the mecca. Like you can walk in there and you can walk in there with $400 and you just lose $250 in 30 seconds. You're just like, oh fuck. There's Midtown Comics in the city. There's used to be Golden Apple, but I mean they've bounced around a lot. I don't even know where the hell they are anymore. There's a handful of like mom and pop shops that I usually go to, and half of them I can't fucking remember. I just know how to get there from the hotel that I'm staying
it's like
at.
one place.
It's like, it's like 2 blocks down and 1 block over. It's right across from the 7-Eleven, you know? So yeah, there's a ton of them that I could go on and on about. There's a place in Des Moines, my hometown, that's the Mayhem Collectibles. And I've known those guys for 20 years, you know, like there's a place in Des Moines, there's a place in Ames, and if there's ever stuff that I'm looking for that they can't find in one of the shops, they're like send out for, like, they're very cool, man.
Yeah.
It's very cool, and half my friends work there, and that's how I met them.
That's what it's all about.
It's so cool. Like we all get together and we have fucking geek nights all the time, you know. It's great.
So with touring taking up a lot of your time, with two very large bands that you tour with regularly, do you have any like on the road collections?
No, not really. I mean, I tend to be the guy that hates fucking carrying a lot of shit with me on the road. So it's like I bring very little with me, and then over the course of a tour, I end up with all this shit at the end, and it's like some of it I keep because it's it's fan made or whatever. But I very rarely go out anymore, just for the fact that it's like it's such a pain in the ass to get home. Unless there's like a date before the end of the tour where I can drop shit off, which 9 times out of 10 doesn't really happen. But yeah, it's a pain in the ass. So I tend to just kind of do whatever and just get away,
So we've been following each other on Instagram for a little while now.
Yes.
I'm just curious to hear what you think of my collection.
Your collection's off the hook, dude. Like, you have some serious shit.
Yeah.
I can't remember I've seen it. Do you have a replica of Cronenberg's mask from fucking Nightbreed?
I don't.
Oh, you need that. That to me is the epitome of scary. Like that fucking mask is so. That was actually I'm thinking of basing my next Slipknot mask off of that and making it very like handcrafted. You made it in a fucking you made it in a basement thinking dark shit about what you're gonna do when you're making it. So that's where I'm going with it. Like something that's a little more old school, a little more. It looks crafted. It doesn't look like somebody you sent it away and an expert made it. It just looks fucked up. So that's where I'm going. So you need to get one of those.
I'm kind of disappointed that I don't.
But you know what? I kind of love the fact that I came up with the one mask that would stump you.
Right.
Dude. That's fucking awesome.
I just go through I have to get all of this set now. I have to get all this set
now.
So when I find something that I need to stick to, it doesn't stop.
No, you got to get the Cronenberg mask from that movie. It's so fucked up, and he carries it with him. He carries it with him.
Well,
it looks a lot like the mask. It looks a lot like the Scarecrow mask from Batman Begins. It looked like they based a lot of that on his mask. I guarantee you that. It's a fucking
There's something about burlap. It's just like backwoods. Like
it's really
you
like you don't like it. Like You don't know whether you're gonna be lynched or eaten,
And it's
or
gross.
fucked and eaten,
And
or
it's
lynched
gross.
then fucked and eaten, or any combination of the three. Yeah.
All right. For me, no matter what I'm collecting, whether it be masks, figures, whatever, it seems to be derived from like a sense of nostalgia.
Yeah.
You touched on it a little bit earlier. Is it like that for you with just about everything?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I mean, one of the reasons why I collected action figures because I grew up poor, and so I didn't have a lot of toys when I was growing up. The only time I really got toys was when my grandma would take me out for like my birthday or Christmas. So I would hold on to those. I held on to those action figures forever until I lost them in a move. We lost everything I owned in one of the moves that we did because our car broke down and we had to abandon everything we owned. So I lost a lot of that shit. So part of that for me is connected to loss. Part of it to me is connected to good times with my grandmother. It's connected to the fact that I love comics and I love superheroes and I love fantasy and fiction and all that shit. So a lot of it, yeah, it comes from that nostalgia of being by myself and playing with action figures and just creating these worlds in my head that later inspired me to be an artist, you know?
What would you say is your holy grail in any sense of the collecting realm?
Oof. That's a good fucking question. I mean, I've got quite a few pieces. Like the fact that I have the entire Secret Wars set is pretty rad. I'm always looking for a better conditioned Daredevil though, because for some reason Daredevil always it just fucking discolored so crazy, and then his face paint would just and this is in the package. It's like, what the fuck kind of paint did you use that was like a self-eating paint? That it's super weird. You know, that's a damn good question.
A lot to think about.
It really is, and now you've got me like freaking out. You can always use another Oscar Goldman, you know, in the box. You know, if anybody's holding another Oscar Goldman in the box, hook your boy up. Come on, look, I'm a busy man. I just need some. If I got to start farming this out, it takes away from me. All right.
So my goal, as far as like a holy grail goes, obviously we've talked about it, is to get a stage-used Slipknot mask.
Yeah.
I can remember when I was like 6 writing like 3-page paragraphs to you guys about how I wanted them and stuff. Is there any sort of like screen-used piece or stage-used piece from any type of movie, film, TV show, band that you would like to get?
Oh man, one of the original. This is gonna be weird. I don't even know if anybody's got these. I don't even know where they would be displayed. Maybe you would know. One of the original Shatner masks from the first Halloween would be fucking.
It's in Ohio.
Is it in Ohio?
The Hero is in Ohio. Some like haunted house owner, like attraction owner, keeps it in a dark room in a case, and nobody's seen it for probably close to 10 years now.
Wow.
He bought it directly from Dick Warlock after H2.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was in pretty
That'll do it.
shitty shape.
So they used the original shape mask in H2 then.
Yeah, it was the same one. It got kept under Deborah's bed for like 3 years, and then they broke it back out. That's why it was all gross and
Yeah, man. Yeah.
discolored and stuff.
That's fucking crazy. I love that.
Yeah,
I would love to just see that or take it off his hands.
he's hands down my favorite, and those first 2 films are my favorites.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's the shit.
All right, I reached out to my followers and asked them what they would ask you if they had been given the chance to, and the most common question is not Stone Sour related. I'm sorry.
What a fucking shot.
Right. What mask has been your favorite to wear in Slipknot?
Honestly, the All Hope Is Gone mask was my favorite, just for the fact that it was so easy for me to tap into that character, like tap into that weirdness, because you couldn't see my eyes. You know, it really took away all the humanity out of me. You know, like all of them have had their moments where I really dug it, but that mask for me was just like it just felt right. You know, so I think the next one I do, I'm gonna kind of base off that same kind of idea, but have it look different. I'm always just kind of looking, you know.
Yeah.
Like I thought I had it with this last one, and it didn't come near it looked great, but it's also got to function correctly,
Right.
you know. And I had a lot of problems with it right out of the gate. Whereas the All Hope Is Gone one, man, I put it on and that was it. Like it was just fucking on from that moment, you know. So it just felt great. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna try and get back to that vibe.
All right, last one. We've been discussing the possibility of a donation to my collection from you. Is like the preservation and the upkeep of something that you have used in Slipknot something that's important to you?
Not really. I don't know. It's weird. It's for a collector to
you get
say
used to
that.
it.
Yeah. Well, there's also a very strong love-hate relationship with those things that you have to fucking understand. Like when I'm done with a tour, I never want to see those fucking things again. So Clown's the one who's the great keeper of all that shit and history and whatever. Like I guess I just look at it the same way I look at like music. It's like, what's next? Like what's the next frontier? Like I don't get really nostalgic when it comes to that stuff. Maybe because it's because I feel like I haven't reached my goal yet. I don't know. I don't know if I ever will. It's not that I'm not proud of what we've done. It's just I guess I don't hold on to it that way that a lot of people do, and it comes off as flippant sometimes when I talk about it. So, and I don't mean that. Like I'm proud of what we've done. And it's cool what we've been able to visualize and make and stuff. But for me, it's always about the next challenge. It's like you accomplish something, you want to find out what's next.
Yeah, of course. That's awesome. All right, I think that's just gonna do it.
Cool.
Unless you want to plug some Stone Sour stuff, I know Hydrograd's coming.
Hydrograd comes out June 30th. My new book comes out in August. It's called America 51. It's gonna piss a lot of people off. I make no fucking apologies. So.
Good deal. Make sure to check them out. That's gonna be it for us here. Thank you for stopping
worries,
by,
man.
giving us some
All
time.
good.
We appreciate it. And we'll see you guys later.